The street is out there comparing Burnaboy to Gunna. They out there debating who the bigger artist is. This is a very interesting debate and conversation, if you ask me. So we're gonna look into it and see. We're gonna do our research and everything and see who's the bigger artist. Now, personally, I will give it to Burna even before doing any research. I feel like overall, Burnaboy is just a bigger artist. But when having these conversations, you have to look at who sold more album units and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't use awards. Who sold out more venues. Now, if we're speaking about venues, I feel like Burna Boy will come out on top. And if we're talking about who sold more album units, it's definitely going to be Gunna. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're going to ask Chat GTP. We're going to do our research and just come to a conclusion. So where should we start? Now, here's a video of them linking up around December in Nigeria. Gunna was in Nigeria, I think around December. He came. I don't know exactly why he came though, but he shot his. Y'all know in his goddamn video, he shot this particular scene in Nigeria. So I don't know if that's what brought him to Nigeria or he had some other reasons or stuff like that. But yeah, it was in Nigeria, linked up with Burnaboy. There's a video of Burnaboy showing him his house and cars and stuff like that. Yeah, bro, man was in shock. Odogu no small. So yeah, where should we start? Alright, let's ask ChatGTP some questions and see. Or let's read tweets first and foremost. Let's check out some tweets and see what people are saying. Let me see. Alright, Gunna Burnaboy. Alright, this person said this tweet was this person made this tweet around probably an hour ago. Burnaboy recorded 5.7 million streams on Spotify yesterday, and his last album was in 2023. Gunna released one album in May 2024. Wait, made Burnaboy drop album, abi you know why? So this now your start. Obviously, I think this person is responding to someone. Let me see. I think this person was definitely responding to this particular person. So I think this person asked ChatGTP. There's no way I can zoom this thing from Twitter though. As of April 20, and I don't know, I can't see the question he asked though. Okay, he said Gunna and Burnaboy, who has the highest streams today? No, that's a funny question to ask ChatGTP. But yeah, this person asked ChatGTP, Burnaboy and Gunna, who has the highest stream today? And ChatGTP said as of April 22nd, 2025, Gunna is currently achieving higher daily Spotify streams compared to Burna. I think this person responded by saying, yo, Burnaboy hasn't dropped an album since 2023 and Gunna dropped an album around 2024, so it makes sense that Gunna would have more streams than Burna around this time. So let's check out more tweets. Then we'll ask ChatGTP our personal questions because I have some questions. I want to know who has sold more units. I want to know who sold out more venues. So yeah. This person said, "How do you compare Gunna to Burnaboy? See disrespect to Gunna, Sha." It's a very interesting conversation. I won't even lie. And I feel like most people feel like because Gunna is American, he's a bigger artist than Burnaboy. Just because he's American. I don't think it works. I don't think that's how it works though. Just because Gunna is American doesn't necessarily make him a bigger artist than Burnaboy. There are a whole bunch of American rappers out there that the likes of Davido, Wizkid, and Burna are bigger and richer than. So just because Gunna is American doesn't make him. It's debatable. I'm just saying most people feel like since Gunna is American, he's a bigger artist than Burnaboy. Nah, that's not how it works, bro. Alright, so someone said, bro, Burnaboy is a global. Okay, I think these are response to tweets and stuff like that. So let me just go to ChatGTP and ask ChatGTP my personal questions. So between Burnaboy and Gunna, who sold more units? Alright, let's see. As of the latest available data, Gunna has sold more album units than Burnaboy. So I even said this in the beginning of the video. Personally, I feel like Gunna would dominate this aspect of the game. I feel like Gunna has definitely sold more album units than Burna. And yeah, ChatGTP is actually saying the same. I wish I'm streaming this live so I can get questions from chat and we can just it's gonna be really interesting. I think I'm gonna start streaming really soon. But yeah, according to ChatGTP, Gunna has sold more album units than Burnaboy. Alright, let me ask ChatGTP who sold out more venues and stuff like that. Alright, between Burnaboy and Gunna, who has sold out more venues? What? They're giving us feedback on a new. Alright, so they give two response. So response one, Burnaboy has sold out more major venues globally than Gunna, establishing himself as one of the most prominent live performers in contemporary music. Response 2, Burnaboy has sold out more venues and performed to larger audiences globally compared to Gunna. So they dominate different aspects of the game, right? So it's debatable, honestly. How do we? Okay, you know what? Let me just ask ChatGTP who is the bigger artist. Because, bro, if we're gonna look, if ChatGTP should have an answer for that. Because bro, I feel like they dominate different aspects of the game, and since Gunna is American, I feel like that gives him the edge to sell more units than Burnaboy. If you ask me, Burnaboy is the bigger artist. Honestly, between Burnaboy and Gunna, who's the bigger artist? I'll be surprised if they say Gunna is the bigger artist. I'll be surprised, I won't even lie. When comparing Burnaboy and Gunna in terms of who is the bigger artist, it depends on the metric you're looking at. Sales, global reach, streaming, live performances, cultural impact, etc. Alright, here's a breakdown to help you decide. Excuse me, I'm dehydrating. Alright, so according to ChatGTP, these are what you should look like when having these conversations. So album sales, which Gunna is actually dominating, or Gunna dominates that side of the game or that aspect of the game. So album sales, Gunna has sold more traditional album units, especially in the US. Burna Boy's album sales are lower, but he makes up for it with massive streaming numbers globally. So the first thing they're looking at is album sales, and they're saying Gunna has definitely sold more album units and stuff like that, especially in the US compared to Burna. But Burna is actually making up for that particular aspect of the game with the streams is getting globally. So even though Gunna has more album or has sold more units than Burna is still having like crazy streams out there and it's making up for the album sales and stuff like that. Now global reach, I think Burnaboy should dominate this aspect of the game. Now global reach, Burnaboy is a global superstar, especially in Africa, Europe, the UK and the Caribbean, and is rapidly growing in the US. Gunna is primarily US focused with a strong following in hip hop circles but less international presence. So according to what they just said, Burnaboy has more global reach than Gunna. According to what ChatGTP is saying, Burnaboy has more global reach than Gunna. This should even tell you Burnaboy is bigger than Gunna. Honestly, like there's no point in having this conversation if Burna is well known out there than Gunna. So why are we even having this conversation? I'm just trying to understand, like, because according to ChatGTP, for what you just said, it only means Burna Boy has more reach. He's reaching out to his songs, his craft, and everything. Is reaching out to more people than Gunna. Has more influence and more impact than Gunna. So why are we having this conversation in the first place? The only aspect of the game Gunna is dominating Burna Boy is album units. He sold more units than Burna Boy in the United States. So I feel like at the end of the day, Burna is a bigger artist than Gunna. Alright, live performances and sold out venues. Bro, when it comes to sold out venues, Burna Boy dominates that aspect of the game. Like, Gunna is not coming close to Burna. So yeah, like, bro. Alright, live performances and sold out venues. Burna Boy has sold out stadiums around the world, including Stade de France, which he sold out recently, 100k capacity, London Stadium 80k capacity, and City Field NYC 41k capacity. Gunna performs mostly in arenas or theaters and hasn't sold out global stadium at the same scale. Let me read that again. Gunna performed mostly in arenas or theaters and hasn't sold out global stadiums at the same scale. So according to ChatGTP, Burna Boy rather has sold out more venues and more venues, arenas, stadiums, and places than Gunna. So why are we still having this conversation? According from what I've seen so far, like, bro, Burna Boy is the bigger artist. Alright, streaming numbers. Both artists have billions of streams, but Gunna leads on United States platforms like Apple Music and Spotify for hip hop. Burna Boy has multiple albums with over 1 billion streams, especially on Spotify, making him the most streamed African artist ever. I feel like Gunna is just dominating the US. It's dominating in the US, which is basically just the US. Burna Boy is dominating in Africa, Europe, globally. Burna Boy is a superstar, bro. I feel like, and I feel like the people having these conversations are actually Nigerians. Nigerians are the one underestimating Burna Boy. And it's funny because, bro, Burna Boy is bigger than Gunna. Burna Boy is big, bro. Burna Boy is big. Like, don't ever disrespect Burna Boy like this ever again. And you know what's crazy? I'm not even a Burna Boy fan. But, bro, like, if you see truth, make it talk. Like, come on. What are you saying now? Burna Boy is huge, bro. African giants for a reason. Stop playing. Alright, awards and recognition. Oh, Burna Boy has a Grammy. Burna Boy has won a Grammy, been nominated multiple times, headlined Coachella and NBA All-Star halftime shows. Now, Gunna has had chart-topping albums, including number ones on the Billboard 200, but fewer major awards. Now, according to ChatGTP, if we're talking about awards, Burna Boy also dominates in that field. Burna Boy has more awards than Gunna. So I feel like this is the third or fourth category we've looked at that Burna Boy is actually dominating Gunna. So why are we still having this conversation? It's evident, it's clear that Burna Boy is a bigger artist than Gunna. Should we proceed or should we just stop here? Now, who is richer? Cultural impact. I don't even need to even look at this song. I feel like at the end of the day, let's look into it. Cultural impact. Burna Boy is one of the faces of Afrobeat, helping bring African music to the global stage, while Gunna is a key figure in trap music, especially known for his influence on fashion, drip culture, and melody in rap. So basically, cultural impact, they're both, impacting, Burna is out there, like, taking Afrobeat to a different level. Gunna is also doing his thing in the trap scene, and when it comes to fashion and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's okay. 50-50. Alright, verdict. If you're talking about global influence, cultural impact, and live performance skill, Burna Boy is the bigger artist. if you're focusing on US skill, bro, like, bro, if you're focusing on US skill, so basically when it comes to Gunna, it's just US. Billboard chart and hip hop influence, Gunna might have the edge in that specific domain. Like, they are not giving me a direct, a clear answer though. But from what I've seen so far, I'm giving it to Burnaboy. Now let's check who is richer. Who is richer between Burnaboy? As of 2024, Burnaboy is significantly wealthier than Gunna, with net worth estimates ranging from 12 million to 45 million depending on the source. In contrast, Gunna's net worth is estimated at approximately $4 million. So according to ChatGTP, Burnaboy is also richer than Gunna. So I think we should just end this whole conversation because, bro, Burnaboy is not only bigger than Gunna, he's also richer than Gunna. So I don't know why people are bringing up this debate like all the time. They had this debate around December. I think around the time Gunna was in Nigeria, and now they're having this debate again. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop here, guys. But what do y'all think? Y'all should leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts down below. From what I've seen, come on. Odogu for a reason. Odogu don't be guided. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Burna, bro, I'm 30 BG. I won't even cap. You can't deny greatness, bro. You can't deny greatness. But yeah, subscribe to my YouTube if you enjoyed this video. Kindly show some love to my YouTube by hitting that subscribe button. Like this video also so this video can get more reach. And leave your comments down below. Love.